In this edition, we talk about the new award scheme for staff and a new service we are offering. Unfortunately, we can't write this newsletter without some acknowledgement of the coronavirus and the challenging times that we are all living in. We would like to take this opportunity to reassure you that we continue to operate all of our services in accordance with the latest government, PHE and NHS advice. Thank you to all those who have contributed to the content in this latest edition, and we appreciate everyone who has taken the time to read our newsletters. Best wishes, Jack Eldridge, Managing Director. We would like to thank every one of you for your hard work and for caring for our residents so well. We could not be more grateful at this difficult time, and we're confident that we will come through this well as we continue to work together, so thank you. Our priority has been to ensure that our residents have adequate numbers of staff to support them, that everybody has enough information about the government recommendations for care homes, and also adequate personal protective equipment, hand sanitizer, and anything else we need, which has been quite a challenge. Thank you so much again for being an important part of this exceptional team in keeping our residents safe through this period. Best regards, Simon, Jack, and Debbie. In Motion, a lovely poem written by Jane Crammond, a resident at Tristford. So we've lost our Eurovision, all the sports events are gone, the theatre doors are firmly closed, what the hell is going on? We can't go out of our own front doors for fear of getting ill. How long before they find a cure? How many will it kill? They're building brand new hospitals, 3 to date announced in all, to treat those with the virus. Let's pray they're never full. If you're lucky and you do get out, just shop for what you need. There's plenty of stuff for everyone if we all just stop this greed. It's like going through the jungle and coming out the other side, or walking on the beach to wait the turning of the tide. When all of this is over and we're out of quarantine, we'll raise a glass to those who passed and say goodbye to COVID-19. COVID-19 update. At Wellgate Care, the health, safety and well-being of our residents and colleagues is always our top priority. We are therefore continuing to take comprehensive action to respond to the growing coronavirus outbreak in the UK. I am sure you will all be aware of the government guidance issued on 23rd March, which made it clear that all of us are only to go outside for food, health reasons or work where this absolutely cannot be done from home. All of us now have to play our part in implementing the new guidance, and for this reason and for the health and safety of our residents and staff, we are limiting non-essential visitors to our homes until further notice. We have made the decision to temporarily suspend visits from all relatives and friends unless they are exceptional circumstances. We have not taken this decision lightly, but feel that reducing all but vital visitors to our homes will help protect the health and safety of residents. We recognise that will concern some people, but we do ask for your support. Requests for visits where exceptional circumstances arise will be considered. These can only be arranged by contacting the home manager in advance. Please do not attempt to arrange a visit to any home for any reason if you feel unwell, particularly if you have a cough, a fever or high temperature, or have shortness of breath, or if you have been in contact with someone who may have coronavirus. We have also stopped visits from individuals such as entertainers and from professionals and contractors who are carrying out non-essential work. All health-related visits will continue as required, although some appointments are now being held through phone or video calls. We intend to follow public health advice to determine when visits will return to normal, and, as things currently stand, our initial estimate is that these restrictions may need to be in place for up to 12 weeks. We will continue to do our best to support residents to keep in touch with you and any other loved ones via other methods, such as phone or video calls, letters or emails in the short term. We will be supporting all our residents to follow the latest guidance and will only be advising them to leave their home for health reasons. We will ensure that those residents who would like to go outside get to spend time in the garden at their home. We know this is a challenging time for everyone, and we will be doing our utmost to support all residents, staff, relatives and friends through this period. Lastly, I think we should all congratulate and thank the fantastic employees that we have at Wellgate Care who are continuing to work each day in such difficult times. The Employee Assistance Helpline. How can we help you? We offer confidential support, counselling and advice, 24/7 free phone contact. The 24/7 free phone number is 0800 328 1437. Alternatively, you can visit employeeassistance.org.uk. Your login access code is MNPCare. We have purchased 2 new cars for the homes. One is a spacious blue Fiat Diablo. It has a winch to enable people to access these vehicles more easily. They have been purchased to help get some of the residents out and about doing anything from shopping to days out, theatre, pantomime, etc. once we can resume these activities. The main advantage with the cars is that anyone with a valid driving licence can drive them, so it gives our residents the ability to go out at any time, providing there is a driver available. All the homes have also had a makeover and some redecoration over the past few months. Whether it be new carpets, a repaint, or the addition of some new furniture to refresh some of the communal areas. Our new resident is David. Since moving into Millfield, he has said he finally feels more like himself and he feels that he can express his individuality. He has now been given the opportunity to actively participate in a physio program that he is happy with and feels that it will benefit him. He is very grateful to his one-to-one support Vicky for all she has done to make his transition easy. David said this is also the first time he has slept properly since his stroke. Celebrations at Burnham and Tristford. Burnham held their annual Christmas party on 9th December. Friends and families came and enjoyed delicious food and danced the night away to the music group Ashron. A thoroughly good night was had by all. Residents and staff had a lovely day of a delicious lunch and present giving. Wellgate and MNP had 2 staff parties on different dates at a local pub in Folkestone. Everyone had a lovely, festive and fun-filled time. Simon Hill and Jack Eldridge attended from the London office. I am sure there were a few sore heads the following day. Our new resident, Ian Carwithen, moved into Tristford after a lengthy stay at the William Harvey Hospital. Ian has settled in well. He enjoys making models with Lego and sitting in the garden in the lovely sunny weather that we have been having. We are pleased to be able to introduce you to our new service, The Lodge, which is in Bexhill in East Sussex. This is a supported living service for up to 12 people with learning disabilities and/or mental health difficulties and is headed up by our new supported living manager, Jeanette Barton. The service was already established when it was acquired by us, and we are delighted to welcome the team to the Wellgate family. Since its acquisition, we have made considerable improvements to the property by redecorating throughout, installing a new kitchen and purchasing new furniture. The people who live at the lodge are very happy with the improvements. We've also introduced new activities including board games, a trampoline and table tennis table for people to enjoy. Over the Easter weekend, the residents we support enjoyed an Easter egg hunt in the sunshine. We would like to welcome Jeanette Barton, who started as the newly appointed supported living manager at our East Sussex service, The Lodge, in Bexhill. Jeanette has over 30 years' experience within the additional needs specialism that she brings to The Lodge. She started off her working life as a social worker, working with children and families at risk and those with disabilities. She has worked in many different establishments and capacities since then, including Special Needs Careers Advisor, Area Manager, Directorship of a drug and alcohol charity, to name a few. In later life, she trained as a teacher and attained a postgraduate diploma with a specialist interest in the autistic spectrum, emotional and behavioural difficulties and dyslexia. When Jeanette is not busy working, she likes to run and walk by the sea and go to live gigs. Sharon Harrison joined the MNP Group as the Registered Manager of Millfield House in September 2019. She has worked in care for over 25 years in a variety of roles, including working with people with learning disabilities and challenging behaviour. Millfield is a 24-hour residential home for 8 people with residents of varying needs, including sensory impairments, cerebral palsy, and people who have had strokes. Since starting at Millfield, Sharon has arranged for physiotherapists to come to the home and set up personal physio programs for each individual, which promotes independence that is so important for the residents at Millfield. The residents have also recently enjoyed parties, trips out and about locally via public transport, and trips to the theatre. She says she is very proud to be the manager of Millfield and enjoys working alongside an amazing team of staff. Sharon said she instantly felt that Millfield House was a welcoming, family-orientated home with excellent staff, committed to the residents' well-being and individual needs. When she is not managing the home, her hobbies include spending quality time with her family, taking her dog for walks, and watching her brother car racing. She has visited most of the racetracks in England and one in France, and whilst car racing, she always tries to raise money for the Royal Marsden in Sutton, as they treated her son successfully when he had leukemia. Wellgate Care are introducing a brand new award scheme for staff. Anyone can nominate, including staff, residents, or visitors. Awards will be in the form of vouchers given quarterly. Nominations can be made either by email to patricia.eaker@mnpcare.com or left in boxes that will be provided at each home. This can be anonymous if preferred. Nominations should be for person-centred working, for someone showing particular consideration for residents, or for random acts of kindness towards residents. Keep your eyes peeled and nominate your colleagues for the good work they do. The lovely staff at Millfield arranged a Halloween day requested by the residents of Millfield. The staff, Cassie, Vicky and Ace, prepared amazing Halloween-themed food. Everyone had great fun and enjoyed the day. Reviews. My nephew has lived at Sandgate Manor for almost 20 years, during which time he has benefited from the kindness, respect and expert care and attention from dedicated staff and management team. A real home from home. R.A., Uncle of Resident. Your views count. We love to hear what our residents and staff think of working and living in our residences, so here's a snapshot of some recent feedback we've had. For residents, they say that being looked after well with dignity and respect, while at the same time being encouraged to be independent, is so important to them. Others said that they were listened to and know that our expert teams are totally committed to their well-being. For our staff, they commented that they were providing high-quality care that allows all the residents to live life to the full, respecting everyone's individual and often varied needs. Staff felt proud to be able to support our residents in this way. We always welcome feedback, so please do get in touch if you would like to share your experiences. Face shields for the NHS and social care. Software developer Mike Bergenstjerner of Perryfield Street, Maidstone, has been working at his home to produce protective face shields for NHS staff and social care. Mike started a donation page for materials on Facebook and has produced dozens of face masks from plastics he found at home. I'm a bit of a 3D printing nut and I build my own printers and things like that, so it seemed like the obvious thing to do. I used all the spare plastics I had at home but reached out online to see if anyone had other things to use. The response I have received has been absolutely insane. I know the masks do not provide complete protection, but it's an extra layer of needed protection. It's all about buffering healthcare workers since they are the most exposed to the virus. Debbie Smith got in contact with Mike through Facebook and he sent us some face shields for Sandgate Manor. On behalf of friends, family and everyone at Wellgate Care who have donated, giving items such as face shields, Easter eggs for residents, a local group who gave goodie bags to all the residents at Tristford, we would like to say a huge thank you to everyone and congratulate Mike for his superb efforts. Kim has been with MNP for nearly 3 years. We thought we'd find out a little more about her. What is your daily routine and your responsibilities? As a flexi domestic, I'm called to cover all houses when needed. This could be to cover holiday, sick cover, or when a good spring clean is needed. What do you like most about your job? The flexibility. I'm able to pick and choose when and where I work. What would you want to do if you weren't working for MNP? Retired. I enjoy going on holidays. Already this year, I've booked Mexico and Benidorm. What's your favourite movie? The Money Pit is the one where Tom Hanks and Shelley Long buy a house. I laugh every time at that film. Who, past or present, would you most like to have dinner with? Oh, that's a hard one. Martin Luther King. I think he could have done a lot of good for the world if he hadn't been assassinated. Surprise us with something we could never know about you. I was once in a fancy dress competition. I was 6 years old. My brother was also in the competition. He came first and I came third. There were only 3 entries. I was fuming. Recipe of the quarter. Lorraine Plews is the manager of Tristford. When she's not working, she loves to bake all sorts of cakes. She has chosen to share her delicious raspberry and coconut loaf. Ingredients consist of 4 ounces of butter or 125 grams, 4 ounces of sugar or 125 grams, 2 large eggs, 4 ounces of self-raising flour or 125 grams, 1 ounce of desiccated coconut, 1 tablespoon of raspberry jam, 1 tablespoon of milk. The method is cream butter and sugar until soft and light. Whisk eggs and beat gradually into butter mixture. Fold in the sieved flour using a metal spoon. Add desiccated coconut and milk to the cake mixture. Place half of the cake mixture in the baking tin. Using a teaspoon, make 2 rows of raspberry jam and top with the remaining cake mixture. Bake on the middle shelf for 20 mins until golden brown. Test that the cake is cooked before removing from the oven. Leave to cool slightly, then remove from tin and place on a wire rack. Warm the raspberry jam in the microwave, brush it over the top of the cake, then sprinkle with coconut and enjoy. Sandgate Manor resident Damien Rubio and a couple of staff members visit his family in Benidorm every year. This time he was lucky enough to get close to a sea lion on a visit to the zoo. New MNP staff. At Millfield, Georgetta Tipiekara, Care Assistant. At Sandgate, Maggie Williams, Care Assistant. Jessica Ditch, Personal Carer. Ryan Fagg, Care Assistant. Terry Abbott, Deputy Manager. Patricia Eker, Admin Assistant. At Tristford, Diana Cameron, Care Assistant. Rena Gurung, Care Assistant. At Burnham, Lisa Norris, Senior Care Assistant. The following deserve a special mention this quarter, having worked at MNP for at least 10 years. Chloe Ford, 11 years as a personal carer at Sandgate. Jennifer Dalton, 16 years as a personal carer at Sandgate. Naomi Godden, 17 years as a team leader at Sandgate. Linda Birchley, 23 years as a deputy manager at Sandgate. Birthdays this period: Sandgate Manor. Daniel Cullen, 13th of January. Natalie Barnes, 30th of January. Bruno Diniz, 31st of January. Joe Whitehead, 14th of February. Matthew Hope, 19th of February. Hannah Lee, 6th of March. Chareen Adams, 8th of March. Sean Waddington, 12th of March. Shane Wright, 17th of March. Tony Cunliffe, 21st of March. Damien Rubio, 31st of March. Keith Phillips, 1st of April. Emma Plumpton, 5th of April. Millfield. Giles Carpenter, 2nd of February. Paul Mills, 6th of February. David Solomons, 7th of February. Burnham. Alison Simmons, 14th of February. Darren Williams, 1st of March. Jeff Birtwistle, 14th of April. Tristford. Samantha Lawrence, 29th of January. Julie Palmer, 1st of February. Terry Sharp, 12th of April. Pets as Therapy is a national charity which provides therapeutic visits to hospitals, nursing and care homes and special needs schools. Behaviourally assessed dogs and cats visit establishments with their owners to bring some extra happiness to people's days. Julie thoroughly enjoyed the visit and feeding the animals. Our Compliance Director, Andy Dennis, will host a residents' forum at the next available date due to current circumstances. This is open to any residents from across the houses. At the last meeting, residents asked if they could meet with Andy without staff being present, so this time it will just be Andy. Any feedback will remain anonymous, but will be shared with the directors so that they can consider any suggestions for improving our services. If you would like to attend, please let your home manager know and they will ensure your place is booked. These days, whether it's a hotel, restaurant or taxi driver, life is measured through reviews, and as with many other care homes, we need to actively promote the fantastic work of our staff and the homes more generally. Would you be happy to write a review about the home you or your family member lives in? If so, please speak to your manager to fill in the form or visit www.carehome.co.uk. Here are some of our social media comments this quarter. 11th of February, Scrummy. Lorraine loves to bake all sorts of cakes when she's not working. She has chosen to share her raspberry and coconut loaf for this quarter. 25th of February, Purchase. We have purchased 2 new cars for the homes. One is a spacious blue Fiat Diablo. It has a winch to enable people to access it more easily rather than the ramps. They have been purchased to help get some of the residents out and about. 5th of March, World Book Day. It's #World Book Day. What's your favourite book? We love making the day fun for both residents and staff. 16th of March, COVID-19. It is important that we all follow the simple instructions provided by the NHS professionals to reduce the spread of COVID-19. 9th of April, Poem. A wonderful poem by Jane Crammond. 24th of April, Guess Who? The Millfield residents have been making characters of themselves and the staff. Please email your news and pictures to newsletter@mnpcare.com to be included in the next issue. Thank you. If you know any friends or family who would be well suited to work as a carer in any of our care homes, please ask them to contact Sadie Channel on 01303 244 428. And if they are successful, we will give you £150 as a thank you.